Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. So the Nets starting five. Joe Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Jordan in at the five. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, when Joe Harris is making this kind of shot, turn the lights out.
Here's Lowry. Dishes to Gasol. Siakam trying to free himself up. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Lowry.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here is Irving. 6 to shoot. For 3, Harris. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here is Lowry, and the pass to Gasol. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gasol's got his second bucket. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Harris. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. A nice shot by KD.
And to me, that's all about focus from Kevin Durant, because that defender was in his grill, and he still gets a quality look.
Passes it to Powell. That falls nicely that time from Kyle Lowry.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably #1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there since he joined the team back in 2012.
Here's VanVleet after the made shot from KD. Rejected by Harris.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Outside, KD. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's McCaw. Levert defending. McCaw with the bucket. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 4-point game. Pass to Levert. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
What a defensive effort from Spencer Dinwiddie. The wingspan and the hustle create these steals.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
Payne's shot is good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Don't you love to see Karis LeVert rise and fire? Perfect form on that release.
Payne kicks to Ibaka. 43 seconds left to play in the first. Toronto needs to get off a shot. This one for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's tightly guarded. That's good from Allen on the assist by Prince.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's Ibaka. And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set and how it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot, energy, and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Taurean Prince is out there with Caruch. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Powell in for Hollis Jefferson. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint. And you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Nets leading by 10. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, the long-range work from Spencer Dinwiddie. Over the years, this former second-round pick has increased his range.
Now, here's Siakam. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Powell. Got it. Good job in the low post. Brooklyn's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. Tipped away. There's the pass to McCaw. Clock at 6. Here's Siakam. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors had been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
Checked in for Toronto. Red Van Vliet comes in for Kyle Lowry. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And that focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry. And it turned into results, the ultimate results in June.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the contest. And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. On the free throw, no good.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Toronto. And a change for the Nets. Kuruc is checked in. Now here's Van Vliet. No points in the game yet for him. Ibaka outside. Hits it from three-point range. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Here's Harris after Toronto got the three-pointer. And here's Irving. He's got 5. Now the Raptors moving it up. Floats one up. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
Well, the quickness of Hollis Jefferson, boy, just beats everyone up the floor and finishes on the fast break opportunity.
Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Van Vliet looking around. Hollis Jefferson passes to Ibaka, and it's blocked, but they recover it. Basket good. Nets leading by 7.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Some changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for OG Anunoby, and Miller's subbed in for Norman Powell. And then for Brooklyn, David Nwaba is checked in for Chandler. Temple comes in for Rodions Kuruc, and it's Musa in for Harris. Free throw good, Jordan.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
To the left side wing. There's Hollis Jefferson, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You call that power basketball by Hollis Jefferson. He's willing to go right through the foul.
The Raptors have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And that one misses.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Nets up by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
Come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. and it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now, here is Irving. He has 5. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Harris kicks to Durant. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Lowry against Irving. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. On free throw coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam. Drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
Throw good, Siakam.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an athlete. Lowry. Pass to Gasol. Back to Lowry. Over Irving. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Kyle Lowry.
Well, get to that sweet spot. Nice mid-range jumper by Kyle Lowry. So effective.
Passes it to Harris. There's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here. The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
For the Raptors, Serge Ibaka is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Norman Powell, and McCaw is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. Karis LeVert's checked in for Harris, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Allen finds Prince. Dinwiddie outside. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I'll tell you, that's just great body control, even when he's getting bodied up. Nicely done, Spencer Dinwiddie.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Throw no good from Dinwiddie.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then. Boy, the confidence level you can see in Karis LeVert to catch and shoot. It hits his fingertips, and he's ready to roll.
Now, here's Lowry. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Toronto.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. Raptors trail by 9. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Knocks it loose. Prince with it. He's got 5. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
Lowry against Prince. Here's LeVert, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 6. Count that one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game. Lowry passes to McCaw. Pass to Anunoby. 5 on the clock, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Inside. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And a deep 3 from Lowry. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets looking at a 13-point lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going, Jared Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. To the middle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact. One of the things I love about the Brooklyn Nets is the culture that's being created with this franchise. They are punching above their weight. There's no quit in this team. There is so much to like.
The Nets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And Doris, you talk about the resilience of this Nets team. How about their 25-point 4th quarter comeback last season against Sacramento?
Kev, they become only the 4th team to overcome that big a deficit in the shot clock era. This Nets team is not invincible, but I promise you they're going to make you work for every single thing you get.
Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Allen. 14 feet away. He gets it in there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Van Vliet finds Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. Poked loose. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And there it is for him. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
What a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Now, here's Siakam. Pass to McCaw. Now Gasol. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up. Sets the example for everyone.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
LeVert's checked in for Allen. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
And Chandler sends it back. Outside Irving. And the dunk by Chandler.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now here's Powell. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for McCall. Throw good, Siakam. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, what was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. They get a hand on it. Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
You've got to stay with LeVert in transition. I'll tell you, if you let him outrun you, it's going to be a long night.
Van Vliet passes to Powell. Back to Van Vliet. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Gasol's shot is good.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Now, here is Irving. .149 left here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, has a man in his grill, and it doesn't bother Kyrie Irving at all. He performs under duress consistently.
And it's blocked by Jordan. Irving against Lowry. Chandler outside. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him. Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
And that one misses. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And he sinks the second. And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 16. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Spencer Dinwiddie.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Sinks the triple.
Oh, my goodness. Almost no space to get that jumper off. But Lowry, he doesn't need a ton of space.
And Durant gets double-teamed.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Spencer Dinwiddie.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Johnson comes in for Norman Powell. Miller's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Gasol finds Payne. 2 on the clock. Good on the three-point shot.
Wow, what a find. Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the league.
Passes to Musa. Back to Dinwiddie. Wound up there for Allen. That's tipped. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Miller with the jam.
Well, a precision passer at 7'1". Marc Gasol can do so many things.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Here's Musa. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.